and then I come over here and I say go live. There we go. All right, should be live in just a moment. Live stream. Let me check on my phone if I'm live yet. A bit of a late stream, I know. Oh, okay, we are live, I think. Let me check on my phone. All right. Cool. Yeah, no, I think I'm live. Cool. All right. Give it a second for everything to go out. I'm doing new stream settings, and I'm also I'm not streaming on Twitch. My internet's just not good enough to handle multi-streaming. So I'm not streaming on Twitch right now. Give it a second for everything, like the notification to go out. It's kind of a late stream. I mean, it's like 12:30, so I'm not sure if anyone will tune in, but you know, I do want to stream the end of this challenge, but I'll get into that in a minute. Should I do it? Should I be a good YouTuber and do like a little intro? All right, let me open up Chrome. Revan Stardew, and then a fertile. I think it's called. All right, fertile Stardew. Can we see that? Is that fine? All right. So I'm just gonna do the Stardew daily games for a minute here and give it a second for anyone to pop into the stream. I don't know if anyone's going to come into the stream, but if they don't, that's also fine. I am going to start recording because I guarantee I'm gonna forget in a minute. So we'll do the Stardew. Wow, that is loud. I need to turn my browser sounds down. Okay, so basically, this is, for those of you who do not know, this is Stardew. It's a daily game, kind of like Wordle or the Connections or any like daily game that you're familiar with. Basically, you're trying to guess what crop. You're trying to guess what crop, what Stardew crop it is. You get 6 guesses, and you get some information. You'll figure it out as we go. My favorite guess is always the corn because it gives you a lot of information, gives you regrowth, it gives you 2 seasons, and it gives you a lot of information. So my go-to is always corn. All right, so now we know it's longer than 14 days. It's a regrowable crop. It's not a vegetable. Longer than 14 days. We also know that it's either summer or fall or something like it could be like coffee or something that's like 3 seasons, or like ancient fruit. Ancient fruit's not a bad shout. I'm going to go ahead and get that out of the way. Okay, 28 days. Now we know it takes the full season to grow. Not ancient fruit. It's not, but it is a regrowable fruit. 28 days. So it's probably one of the trees. I'm gonna guess an apple. Okay, so it's a summer. See, I don't actually know the trees that well. I should, you know, as a Stardew challenge run person, I should know, like, have this all memorized, but I usually just go on the wiki. So, okay, what are the summer trees? I'm not looking it up. I'm only streaming on YouTube right now. My internet's just not good enough to multi-stream. If anyone's tuned into my like previous streams, you'll know a little bit laggy. And it's because my computer's fine, but my internet is just not good enough to handle 2 streams. And since I'm bigger on YouTube than Twitch, I'm going to be streaming on YouTube for a bit. I do prefer Twitch as like a platform, but I have like 40 followers on there. So we'll be doing YouTube for a bit. We're going to get into the challenge in a minute, but it's kind of just give it a couple of minutes to, you know, 10-15 minutes for people to hop in the stream if anyone's going to tune in. I'm gonna go cherry. I think that's summer. Nope, that's spring. This is gonna be complete RNG. But I do not know my trees in Stardew. Orange. Okay, that is a summer, not the right one. I have one more guess. I'm better at fishing than I am at trees. I typically only plant like the apple tree for the community center. All right, so what do we have here? We have mango, which I think is the summer one. I'm not sure. Pomegranate. We have apricot, which I think is a fall. I'm not sure. I'll go mango tree. Nope. It's the first time I failed this on stream, actually. That's unfortunate. What was it? Peach. Okay. Well, I was on the right track. All right, let's do the prefertal. I'm better with fish. Let's do the daily. Same kind of thing. You get a few guesses based on this. Easy fish. Oh, maybe not. Okay, so it's definitely a dynamic one. I should have waited a little bit longer. I caught it a little bit early. I like doing these sardine first. It gives me a lot of information. Sure, sardine or anchovy. This gives you a few seasons, gives you whether it's kind of a good neutral. I will go sardine first. Okay, season. So it's one of these seasons. Not an ocean fish, which is good to know. Any weather, probably anytime. So it's spring, fall, winter. Not a summer, or summer and something else. We don't know that yet. We'll give it. We'll take another guess right quick. Okay, so not an ocean fish at all. I'm probably gonna guess like a mountain fish next. This is too broad of a guess. Nope. What's a good guess here? Rainbow trout. It would. No, it's a little too broad. I'm gonna go to smallmouth bass, because it does give me some information. It gives me spring, fall, weather, and if it's in town. Okay, it's not in town either. So it's either a lake, mountain, or something a little unique. But it is any weather, anytime. We got that down. And also it's spring or fall. So spring or fall, any weather. Fall, any weather. It's any time, so it's not gonna be a salmon. All right, what are some good mountain fish we could guess? I don't think I've guessed at all. It's all season, which is good to know. But it's not forest, lake. So is it mountain, or is it one of the specialty fish? You know, like the void salmon, mutant carp, something like that. It could be a mutant carp. Nope, it's not. It's not sewers. Okay. Not sewers. So it's either mountain or like the witch swamp. If it's like a void salmon. I will guess void salmon. It's kind of reminiscent of that. All right. I have one guess left. I cannot go 0 for 2 today. That's just unacceptable. So I'm gonna have to guess a mountain all season. It's a little sporadic. I've already guessed the chub. We'll get into the challenge in a minute. I'm just giving some time for like the notification to go out. Anyone tune in, if anyone tunes in. I got 0 viewers right now, which is fine. It's 12:30 at night, so I don't really expect too much. But I do want the wrapping up of the challenge that will be my next video to be on stream. I'm going to go bullhead. And it's definitely not a bullhead. It's too sporadic. It's too sporadic for that one too. Slime Jack's not a bad guess. And we got it. See, I never go 0 for 2. Alright, let's get into Stardew. I'll turn off Chrome. Alright, let's get into the challenge. Excuse me. Vanishing Farm, 20 hours in. So to catch anybody up on, if you've tuned in my last stream, it's been like a season and a half since my last stream. Because I don't always have time to do like a 4-hour stream, and if I stream every time, so I've been recording like 30 minutes, an hour and a half at a time, just to hopefully get my next upload out in the next week or two. So we are at end of fall. I'll go ahead and catch you guys up on my bundles. We complete the crafts room besides the winter foraging, obviously. Bulletin board, everything we're waiting on the Nautilus shell. I'll give you guys a quick recap on the farm because it has changed. So those are the 2 bundles we're waiting on left. I am leaving the rewards there in case I need food, because we are doing every day my inventory resets. So food is kind of a precious resource because I can't buy any before noon at the saloon. So, but I did want to stream the kind of like wrapping up of this challenge, because I've streamed parts of it. I streamed the beginning of it over on Twitch like 3 months ago, and then I streamed intermittently, like late spring, early summer kind of thing. I upgraded my house. Let's do a quick farm tour. So I've wrapped up. So I got a bunch of animals. I did get super lucky on the red cabbage. I got super lucky. I got that in summer. So my plan, if you tuned to my past streams, was I was going to get the greenhouse unlocked, which I'll go ahead and give you a tour of my greenhouse right quick. I was gonna get the greenhouse unlocked so I could, do anything in any season. I got a few inch fruit in here, which isn't gonna do anything, but just make progress just in case. So I was gonna get the greenhouse unlocked, and then I was going to grind serpents in the Skull Caverns, which is why I've gone, where is it, 110 floors in the mines. I'm not going to complete the mines because it makes the monsters harder, and there's really no reason. I don't need iridium for anything. I'm not doing like a mastery goal or anything in this challenge, because getting this all done in 1 year was hard enough as is. Excuse me, it's late, so I'm gonna be drinking a lot of water and stuff. All right, so yeah, we're almost level 9, which is why I have a lot of like artisan goods kind of like waiting here. This I'm just gonna put in the seed maker. I have plenty of money, a little bit less than I normally make for sure, but not bad. Here's the Haley thing. Of course I'm gonna marry Haley. Haley and I are at 10 hearts. I've already given her the thing, so we'll be getting, you guys will be here, anyone that is here will be here for Haley and I's wedding tomorrow. Every challenge that I can marry Haley, I will marry Haley. This catfish bait that I'm just kind of waiting on. Let's go ahead and collect the apples for some passive money. Get those out of my hotbar. I did steal the jack-o'-lantern from Vincent. I did steal a jack-o'-lantern from a child. I did do that. Let's get milk into cheese going. A little bit of a late stream, but any of you that have been here know my streams are typically later because I'm a bit of a night owl. I stay up pretty late. I don't sleep that much, and I'm busy during the days, so I can't really okay, thank God I'm recording. There was one part of a challenge I'm gonna have to just like download the VOD because I forgot to record, but I was streaming, thankfully. I don't know what I would do if I like just missed a couple of days of like progression happening. This is the round 2 of pumpkins, just for some passive money. I've already completed the quality crops. I've already completed the whole thing, as you guys could see by the greenhouse being unlocked. Quality crops and like all the different seasonal stuff. Let's go ahead and just get rid of all that. I don't really need anything. Got plenty of sprinklers, which I know I'm gonna get comments on not using sprinklers, but I just don't really care. Figure it's Eve, I'll go to that. I would do want to include some more cutscenes in my next video. I got some comments on my videos being a little fast paced, but I'm ADHD afflicted, so I don't want my videos to be slow. And as far as like a retention test of my own videos, I literally just watch them. And if I get bored, I shorten it. That's kind of my, I watch my own video as I'm editing it. And if I'm bored, then I got to cut it down or I add something to it. I did not know. I love that there's always more to learn about Stardew. Like these, I can't get rid of. I can't drop them. I got these from fishing. I can't drop them. I can't sell them. I'll go over here. I can't sell them. I'm stuck with these tools. So I'm not, if anybody's been keeping up with the challenge, I I could put them in here, but I'm not using the fridge. Any universal storage, anything where I can put like whatever item, I'm not using. No, you don't see a chest anywhere. There's no, I'm not even using auto grabbers despite having like 100k. And I could have made way more money during this challenge, but there's not really a point. Like I don't really need money. Saturday, you know what? It's Saturday. I will go get my fiance, my future wife. There we go. I will give her a sunflower because the gift resets tomorrow. So there's not really a point like not doing it. It doesn't give me any like benefits since we're already at 10 hearts and not married. So we don't have like the increased heart cap, but you know, Haley deserved the best. Oh, I can't even do it. Whatever. I'll waste that money. I don't really care. I've got plenty of money. I've passed up on several fishing days. I could have planted a lot more crops. I could have my entire greenhouse filled with star fruit, but I just don't really care. I'm good. I'm actually gonna make sure I can hear myself because I have had issues. I like 2 live streams in the same day. I was trying to fix issues. I'm not really a streamer. I'm trying to. I love streaming. I love interacting with chat when I do have a chat. You know, I get it. No one's here at, you know, 1 in the morning, but I'm recording at 1 in the morning. So the challenge will be wrapping up. This stream will end when the challenge is over. So let me make sure I can hear myself. Cool, I can't hear myself. Oh, there's the flower dance music. What can I really do today? I feel like Phineas and Ferb. What are we gonna do today? Hoping to get a video out. It's been way too long. I mean, we're like what, 3.5 months without a video. No excuse for that. That's just partially being lazy, you know. It is what it is. Is there anything good in my fruit by cave? I haven't really checked it, as you can see. I don't really care. I have plenty of money. I don't need energy. So like the last things I have on the docket are winter foraging, which once winter rolls around, like 2 days, I'll start getting that, and then Nautilus shell, which you pick up on the beach in winter. I've gotten everything else. Some of it's been very lucky. This has been a very lucky run. Anyone who's tuned in over like the 3 months of like intermittent streams, this has been a very lucky run. I got ancient fruit super early. I got very lucky with some crop berries. Literally today I got super lucky. I got a red cabbage with the exact amount of days left to grow it during summer, which was super lucky. Saved me going to the bottom of the mines to unlock the skull caverns and then just grinding out serpents. Super lucky on that. But you know, we're wrapping up the challenge. We only have 2 items left, which are just the winter things. Challenge runs are a lot of just, you know, planning and executing the plan. I almost threw this run during summer because I did not buy any blueberries. I realized that. I'm like, shouldn't blueberries have grown by now? But I realized it in time to plant them before the end of summer, thankfully. Yeah, we're just gonna chill out. I literally don't need anything. I'll go ahead and plant, or go ahead and make this into cheese. Doesn't really do much for me, but these are all kinds of waiting until I get level 10 farming, which I'm probably not. I might hit. I don't. How close am I? Yeah, I'll hit it tomorrow with the cranberries, and then I can sell all this stuff for the artisan bonus. Yeah, we're just gonna chill out, wait for Spirit's Eve. I do want to attend more festivals. My next video is probably gonna be longer. I'll take a drink of water right quick. Late night stream. I know. Late night stream. It's almost 1 in the morning, but I have time to record. It's a weekend, so I don't have to like get up early for a flight or anything. So I can just hang out, knock out some Stardew, which I've literally all day on and off. I've been playing Stardew for a couple hours here, a couple hours there. I'm not gonna be able to gift Haley anything today, but you know, it's fine. We're getting married tomorrow, so we'll get married. You know, you have to marry Haley. She's the best bachelor, bachelorette, romanceable NPC, however you refer to them. She's just the best. I will fight anybody on that. And then hopefully, so I won't be able to edit tomorrow. I'm going to stream as late as it takes to get out of your way, Abigail. I'm going to be streaming until the challenge is over. We only have the winter items left. So the challenge will be ending tonight, and then I'll start editing it probably on Monday, because I can't edit tomorrow. I'm playing Dungeons and Dragons. If any D&D fans are in the chat or in the comments. So I'm playing D&D tomorrow. Won't be able to edit, so I'll probably start editing this on Monday. I got a flight on Tuesday, so I won't be able to do that. So hopefully the next like week or so, my next video will be out, which will be the inventory delete challenge. I still need to work on the thumbnail. I have a really good idea for the thumbnail, but I am very artistically challenged, let's say. I feel like my videos are held back by my lack of artistic ability. My thumbnails, if you look at my channel, my thumbnails are like very basic, very kind of like copies of each other with like the text and maybe like an element or two swapped out. But I'm working on it. I've watched some tutorials. I'm gonna try something new with my next one. We'll A/B test it for any of my like YouTube nerds out there. Long way to go before I get to the festival. So yeah, we're gonna be streaming until this challenge is over. I don't care if it takes me till like 5 a.m. We are going till the challenge is done. I'm on pace to finish this video within 1 year, which is the goal. But if I didn't get it in a year, I wasn't going to like restart the challenge or anything. But my goal was to finish Can You Beat the Community Center if your inventory is deleted every day. And it turns out, with enough planning, maybe we'll see. So these I can't sell these. I can't throw these out. Can I sell them to the Adventurers Guild? Oh, the pan cutscene. You got this. Thank you very much, Lazy Tunes Doodles. We're in the end game of the challenge here. In my 4 challenge runs I've done for YouTube and others I've done on my own, the second half of the challenge run's always easier. The challenge runs are always easier in the second half, because challenge runs are planning, like preparation. I have a spreadsheet, literally like a Google like Excel spreadsheet, or Google Sheets, I think they're called. Spreadsheet for every challenge I do. I need to do this in this season. Here's the latest date I can do whatever. I plan it out because I don't want to waste 30 hours of my life. Yeah, it's all planning, preparation, and then executing. A few times in this challenge, I've almost failed because I forgot to buy blueberries in summer until like halfway through, and then I was like, shouldn't my blueberries be like, you know, ripe or ready to harvest by now? And fortunately, I planted them before like the crucial date. They were able to grow, and I avoided catastrophe. But I think that's the closest I've come to failing a challenge so far. I want to see if I can sell it. So I know there's a glitch with the fished up weapons here. I can't sell them. I can't drop them, like let them despawn or whatever. But since I'm not using chests or anything, this is crucial inventory space. So let's see if I can sell them to the guild. I can't. Sweet. All right, finally get those out of my inventory. Got my 2 here. I'm gonna change the music from the Sam's Garage Band. There we go. See, this challenge has been fun. Like the resource conservation, planning out how am I gonna get certain items. This has been one of my favorite challenge runs so far. My next one is probably gonna be brutal, but I might let you. So I have a notepad document on like 30 different challenge run ideas. And I'm thinking about letting you guys vote, like going on a stream and letting you guys vote on like what challenge run should I do next? What do you guys want to see? And streaming most of it. I can't stream all of it because, you know, I have like a life and I don't want to wait 3 months before uploads again. But I'm thinking about letting you guys, out of like the ideas I have, vote on what my next video or challenge run's gonna be. So I have a lot of ideas. One I already started, but I kind of abandoned that one for a little bit because it's gonna take like 100 hours. I'll go ahead and spoil that one. It's the can you beat Stardew Valley, complete the community center, but only using items you can get in festivals. So only doing festivals can you get everything you need to do the community center, and that is gonna take a long time to complete. So I started that. I got like 10 hours into the recording, and I don't even know if I'm gonna go back to that one, or if I do that one, am I gonna start like a new file? We'll see. I'm still figuring stuff out, but you know, I appreciate the support. Lazy Tunes Doodles, I got this. Yeah, we're in the end game now. This challenge was like hard or tedious enough where I'm not doing like my first video, the spring one, I did a bunch of like extra goals because spring was more about like, can I deal with a grind? This one is a lot of planning, because for like let's see here, I have the maxed out deluxe barn, which that is, you know, 500 wood, 200 stone, and then with each upgrade is hundreds and hundreds of things. Yeah, I can store stone and like stuff in my slingshots, which I didn't realize till halfway through. Super useful. But the festival's idea would take so much planning. It sounds fun. It is doable. So I've done enough like planning on that one. It is doable. I would also be using my farm mainly for chests, because a lot of it would be reliant on like traveling cart or like luck drops, and if I don't unlock the bundle, then I'd lose it. So I would let it basically be the farm and festivals, because you can get wood from the traveling cart, but I think like the maximum is like 5. So I'd have to have like get lucky 10 times just to get a single chest, which sounds miserable. Even I have limits. Like, I don't mind grinds, you know, I do challenge runs, but 5 wood at a time to get a single chest, that's too much even for me. True. Yeah, so I would use the farm. I'd be able to like chop trees and plant stuff. Like, yeah, I have a farm on that already. I'll show you guys on stream if you guys are curious. I'll show you the festival farm once we're at the end of a day. I'm not gonna waste waiting on this one, but I can show you guys that farm and how far I got it. I spent like 10 hours. A lot of that was just like chopping trees, getting my foraging level up so I can, you know, unlock things or like make money in the meantime. So I think I chose the Four Corners farm because it gives a little bit of everything. You get some ores from the farm, you can get some foraging, you can get mixed seeds. So if I did that challenge next, I'm not sure if I would do a new farm, or like so I could stream most of it, or I would pick up where I left off. I think it's 10 o'clock. Yeah, it's 10 o'clock. But I have a bunch of ideas. Like I literally have like 30 something like challenge run ideas on a notepad. And then also I want to do some non-Stardew videos eventually. But I think, you know, it's been months since my last upload. So I definitely need to give you guys a Stardew video. And this one's pretty much over. For those of you just tuning in, I've got the winter foraging, and I have the Nautilus shell, which you pick up on the beach in winter. That's all I have left for this challenge. And then Haley and I are getting married tomorrow, because if I can get married to Haley in a challenge, I'm going to do it. She's the best romanceable NPC. There's my future wife. Do I want anything here? Sure, I'll get the rare crow. Why not? I got money to burn. Let's just go ahead and speed run the maze here. I remember my first playthrough of the maze. I'm talking to some NPCs along the way. I remember my first playthrough. The hidden walls kind of tripped me up, but now I kind of got it memorized. The year 1 and 2, as well as like the egg hunt routes and stuff like that. Yep. I'm not an Alex fan. Do we have any Alex fans in the chat? If anyone's in the chat, who's your favorite of the NPCs, romanceable or not? Who's like your favorite NPC? I've got some opinions on the NPCs in Stardew. I'm firmly a pure hater. I think the Mayor Lewis hate's a little overblown, personally. I mean, the golden statue and stuff's a little crazy, but you know, he doesn't really do anything like bad. But well, you know, I know there's a lot of like Lewis haters. There's mods to become mayor instead of Lewis, which I get. I obviously like mods. This is modded. I think every challenge run I've done is modded so far. Most of them by me. I make my own mods, but the time one was just like a public mod. Is there anything else I want to do here? I don't really have like friendship with NPCs. I haven't even talked to most NPCs. All right, we'll just head home. We'll sell the golden pumpkin. Yep. Finish this up, get into winter so we can wrap this challenge up. Tomorrow I think if I did my math right, I'll hit level 10 farming and be able to sell all my artisan goods here. I'll just plan this down wherever. I don't need more scarecrows. Just sell everything since I can't use it. And go to sleep. I've caught every legendary fish so far. I won't be catching the mutant carp because I have not donated enough to the museum. Oh, got the full moon. A little Easter egg for anyone that doesn't know. If you have full moon in the buy menu, you can click on it and it'll give you a little angry face with a monocle. I love how many like little Easter eggs are in the game. The start menu, like various things throughout the game. And here's Haley and I's wedding. I didn't unlock the tailor, like the sewing machine. So I'm in my straw hat like Luffy, and my random clothes, not a suit. But you know, a partner should love you as you are. Well, yeah, I love how many little Easter eggs and like things that they never tell you. You just kind of like find out on your own are in Stardew. It's one of my favorite games for a reason. We get married to Haley, which is always a goal. I know some people get married to certain NPCs because they have better like spouse gifts. I don't really care. I'll marry Haley in every playthrough. W wedding. Yep. There's a reason I have a bunch of I'll show you in a minute here. Once we get back to the farm. There we go. Yep, I have a bunch of quality or sorry, not quality, basic fertilizer sunflowers ready for my wife here. There we go. Harvest my cranberries to hopefully get to level 10. So I can sell stuff. I don't really need to sell. I always make too much money in these runs because, you know, you never know. You want to kind of calculate for passing out or forgetting to sell something. So I always try to make way too much money. I'm actually thinking about doing some like in between. There we go, level 10 farming right there. I'm thinking about doing some like shorter videos in between challenge runs. So I get a lot of comments on from like either newer or more casual players on not knowing or like saying how good I am at Stardew, which I don't think I'm that good at Stardew, genuinely. There are a lot of challenge run people who are way better at than me. That's why I'll never do like how much money can you make, how quickly can you do whatever, is because there are people that are just way better than I'll ever be. But I think I know a lot about the game, and I have like 1,000 hours in Stardew, where I can do like give like casual players some like tips and tricks to like, okay, here's the best way, or the way that I do for like challenge runs to make money in spring, which is just fishing. I know fishing's a little bit of a skill thing, especially since I try to do like catfishing on like day 3, which I know is a little bit hard for some people, but you know, give a few options on like, here's how you know, progress pretty quickly, or like the optimal ways to do certain things. Something about doing some like tutorial type videos for some more casual players, because I introduced both my dad and my sister to Stardew Valley, and they were asking me questions on things that I think is like you kind of figure out as you go. But I also remember like my first playthrough, I started on the hilltop farm. I think I still have that farm somewhere. I could show it off at some point. I don't think there's anything going on here. Yeah. Just some ancient fruit, it's never gonna grow, but I got going. So yeah, so doing some like beginner friendly like tips and tricks type videos to, you know, from a challenge runner to like a more casual fan base or casual player to be like, okay, you know, here's how you can kind of like, you know, push yourself a little bit more or like set yourself up a little better. Because Stardew is definitely a snowballing game. The better your spring is, the better your summer will be, and it definitely snowballs. So if you don't make much money or you don't get a lot of upgrades in spring, then you have a hard time in summer, and summer is really profitable. And so I have some ideas on like, so in between videos, of course I get a trophy here. You know, I upgrade my barn, 25,000 gold, hundreds of stone and wood, and I could have just, if I'd used a predictor, I could have just gotten a truffle. Whatever. Nothing really useful for me here. I don't really use predictors unless I have to, or unless it's really crucial. But it would have been useful on that one. It would have saved me tens of thousands and thousands of gold and hundreds of wood and stone and stuff. But you know, it is what it is. I planned to have to upgrade everything to the max. I'll go ahead and sell. Might as well just sell my sunflower and stuff. They're gonna die tomorrow anyway. I'll go ahead and harvest everything. I do need to buy a heater, so I'll go over to Marnie's and buy a heater for my barn, because I got the free one from like the animal bundle or whatever it was. But I'll go ahead and buy one for my barn. I don't really need my barn animals. I could probably sell them and be more beneficial, but it is what it is. I don't like selling my I get attached to my animals, you know? I don't name them like some people name every animal and every pet, but you know, I let them free range and go eat the grass. I pet them every day. So I'll get him a heater. Cost me a little bit of money, but I'm not, I have like 100k that I'm not going to use. So might as well. If I had the casino unlocked, I would just gamble all the money away. So let's go ahead and throw this in the barn. There we go. And then we can probably go sleep for the day. Like, there's nothing I really need here. I can't give Haley another sunflower, even though she deserves it all. And then tomorrow I'll sell all my artisan goods I've been hoarding, and then we'll finish up the challenge. Obviously, I'm going to choose artisan. It's just the best profession. Quick 10k off of passive stuff. 13, almost 14k. So yeah, we're finishing up this challenge. All I have left are the winter items. I have the winter foraging. I do see I have some more people in chat, so I have the winter foraging, and I have the nautilus shell. So every day I'll be going around trying to collect all that, get rid of this, harvest all of this stuff. I'll go ahead and close these. I don't think it does anything, but go ahead and close these. Sell off my artisan goods here, and then we'll go around the valley, try to collect whatever forage we can, stop by the beach, and then, like I said, this stream is going as long as it takes to complete the challenge. See, I want to zoom out and get some more visibility, but my first video I played like this, fully zoomed out, which I just don't think makes for a good video. I'll make sure I'm 100%. Yep, 100%. I just don't think it makes for a good video, even though it kind of hurts me not being able to see foraging or like in the mines, be able to see ladders and stuff. I just think it looks better, which is why if you've watched my spring video, a lot of it's like cropped in, is because I played fully zoomed out, which I just don't think it looked good. So since I've started recording videos, I play on the normal zoom in. No forge whatsoever. I know I can just like hoe repeatedly for the winter root and whatever the other one is, snow yam or whatever. Okay, there's a crocus. Do I need a crocus? What is it? Yeah, okay, crocus, crystal fruit, and then the winter root and snow yam. So I'll pick up the crocus over here. I still haven't even gotten Robin's axe, but I'm leaving that undone. I do not care. That is way too much work going out of my way. A lot of crocus around here. Maybe I could have gotten mastery, but I didn't know how hard the challenge would be. I kind of played it a little conservative here. We'll head over to the beach, see if we get lucky with the shell. Get lucky with the nautilus shell. There, finish off the bulletin board. We're in the end game now, so we'll see what all we can get. Oh, just like that. That's gonna be the bulletin board done. Should I? Yeah, I'll go ahead and just, there we go. I do animation cancel for anyone wondering how I like hoe so fast. I do animation cancel, obviously not very well, as you can see. So we just need a snow yam. Go ahead and hoe up the beach here. A lot of winter roots. Come on, give me that light blue. Oh, not that one. There we go. Snow yam, that's 3 out of the 4. I'll put these in my hotbar. 3 out of the 4 winter things I need left. I just need, I got snow yam in there. All I need is, what's it called? The crystal fruit. So we'll scour the map for crystal. We could finish it today. I'll do a lap. I'll do a lap of the valley. I got plenty of time. If I could do it all in one big turn-in, I think that'd be pretty cool for the video. Let's see. Is there a crystal fruit anywhere? I know I can kill, what is it, dust sprites? I think I can kill dust sprites for crystal fruit, but it's winter, so you know, why go through the headache? I don't see one. We'll check the up by the mountains. We'll check the backwoods and the bus stop and everything. Not bus stop, train station. We'll check everywhere, see if we can get it today. If we get it winter 1, that'd be crazy. That'd be some good luck. Check over by the community center. I know a lot of forage likes to spawn around here. I am curious, but I do notice certain forage like to spawn in certain areas more likely than not. So I'm curious if it's seeded or if it's just like, you know, confirmation bias, you know. Just I noticed it, which is why it stands out. I do not like this song. There we go. Can you guys hear the music all right? You know, I'm still trying to play. I'm new to streaming. I'm only streaming on YouTube, so I hope I don't have any like drop frames. Like some of my last past streams have been a little laggy because my internet's just not good enough to multi-stream. So I'm only streaming on YouTube. So hope you guys can hear everything, see everything all right. I can't really see that. Yes, perfect. Thank you very much. I appreciate the confirmation there. I can't really watch my own stream as I stream it, or else I'd hear myself. So I don't think we'll be getting crystal fruit today. It'd be kind of cool to get everything in one day, but then it'd be a pretty short stream. Like I've only been streaming like 40 minutes. Anything in the backwoods? Nope. All right, we're going to turn everything in today, and then all we'll need is the crystal fruit. I guess we can go like kill dust sprites to try to get lucky. No reason not to. But we'll turn these in. I'm gonna stream till the challenge is over. If the challenge is over like super early, I might do something else. Cause it's only 1 in the morning. Only 1 in the morning. Go ahead and get the bulletin board knocked out. Last one. And there we go. What's the reward? Recycling machine? I'll take it. Why not? Get a little jump freak out animation. Let me drink some water while this screen's on. Only? Yeah, only. Go ahead and get the forge dropped off so it doesn't get deleted. I'm excited. I'm definitely gonna be trying some new things for the editing of next video. All right, got the crystal fruit. is all that's left. I am saving some of the rewards here, as you can see. Bait, few food items, some gold, just in case I needed it. I kind of left it there. I always love the animation there of like the star going up. All right, should I could go kill dust sprites for like a 1/200 chance, or I could just like sleep between days, which is what I think I'm gonna do. The more consistent odds. It's Monday, so it's like the second day that Forge can even spawn. All right, we'll go home. We'll go to sleep, and we'll just kind of every day we'll do a little lap around the valley, see if we get that crystal fruit, and then we'll get the challenge finished so I can start editing it. What's the mail? Auto grabber. I'm not using auto grabbers. I'll walk past it. Where is Haley? Oh, actually, you know what? You know what I can do today? I'll go catch the glacier fish. I have energy. I've got bait. Let's go. Let's go catch the glacier fish. Or is it only snowing? I don't remember. Let's look it up. Glacier fish. Is it snowing only? No, I didn't think so. So let's go catch that. That'll be the last of these seasonal legendary fish. Like I said, I'm not going to be catching the mutant carp because I did not unlock the sewers. But we'll catch all the seasonal ones. We'll catch the glacier fish. We've already got the legend, crimson fish, and angler fish. Might be a little rough. Did Haley get her sunflower today? Of course she did. Every day sunflower? No, she did not, because sunflowers don't grow. You know what? You're right. I'm a bad husband. I should definitely go. She's not gonna get a sunflower because like I don't have any, but I can go to the desert and see if there is a coconut for her. Should I catch a legendary fish? No, I should give my wife a present. Lazy Tunes, you are right. Let's go to the bus stop. I think Pam's still there. Oh, here's the Krobus cutscene. Let's go to the desert. I'll make sure to do that as much as I can during winter. I probably won't get to like the full 14 hearts just because I think the challenge will be over before that time. But let's get Haley her present. I appreciate you calling me out on being a bad husband. There's coconut right there. Let's go ahead and grab that. Get Haley her coconut. I do also have pink cakes in the community center. Silver quality even. I do also have pink cakes in the community center, which I was planning to use for food, but you know, do I need energy or do I need a happy wife? Let's be honest here. Haley deserves it more than I deserve energy. Where is Haley? Where's the map? All right, she's over by our house, so we'll go ahead and give her the coconut, and then we'll try to catch the glacier fish. How long do I have? Glacier fish, 8 p.m. We'll see if I get there in time. But priorities, you gotta give you the. She walked past me. There we go. Is that a coconut? I love this. There we go. Happy Haley speedrun worth it. I saw like who was it, Blade, that did like marrying Haley before the Flower Festival. I mean, he's insane. He understands Stardew way better than I ever will. I just try to marry her throughout my challenge runs. In my can I beat Stardew in every day like 1 minute challenge, I couldn't do it because like if I did that would be the whole challenge. But you know, I did my best. That's the only challenge I haven't married Haley in. All right, we'll probably have like 2 hours by the time I get over here to catch the glacier fish, and then I'll have plenty of time to run to the house and put it in a fish tank. But Haley's the best spouse in my opinion. I married Abigail in my first playthrough, but everyone since has been Haley. All right, let's try to catch the glacier fish. I gotta lock in. This is a hard fish. There we go. Come on. Oh yeah. Oh my god. Look at this. Look at this. Immediately lost it. Am I gonna need to buy a bunch of deluxe bait and get like the dish of the sea? I think the glacier fish might even be harder than the legend. Like, look at this. All right, lock in. That's just insane. I consider myself pretty decent at fishing. I'm not like a top 10 like fisherman in Stardew Valley, but I'm pretty decent. And this is insane. I'm level 10 fishing. Come on. Okay, I don't care. I do not care about random fish. You know, I always catch a legend in my first spring. I always like get level 10 fishing. I catch like I start going catfishing on like day 3. I'm pretty decent at fishing. But the glacier fish is insane. Some of these legendary fish, I'm like, how do people or how did like a concerned ape expect casual players to ever catch this thing? Like, do you expect it to be like an enchanted fishing rod with deluxe bait plus the like seafoam pudding? I like fishing. I spend a lot of time fishing, but the glacier fish is crazy. All right, I got 40 minutes. If not, I'll come back. I can't do it tomorrow because it's not the right weather. I'll come back. I will catch the glacier fish before the run's over. I promise. All right, come on. All right, I was looking at chat. I just didn't fish for the first year. I love fishing. One, because as a challenge run, fishing is just the best money maker. Like early on, you can make like 5K a day fishing. And then like late game, you can make like 20K a day doing catfish. So I'm definitely like a fishing person. But the glacier, there. Oh, did I get it? I did. Come on. That's insane. All right, tomorrow all this bait gone, deluxe bait only. I got money. I will burn all the 100,000. We are catching it. Not tomorrow, because you know it's got to be sunny, but you know what I mean. I was in poverty for the first year. My first farm was bad. I've never played like a cozy game before Stardew, so I had no idea what I was in for. But then I got really into it, and now, as you guys can see, I play a lot of Stardew. Stardew is one of those games that you can play however you want. Like, if you want to take like 5 years to complete community center, there's nothing wrong with that. There's no penalty for that. Sure, whatever. I'll sell this. I'll sell my clay. I will fill that with a glacier fish. Talk to my wife. All right. Yeah, Stardew is a game like people. Yeah, I'm sure you guys have watched like Habu speed run it, or like Blade like break the game through the code, or like Argon Matrix like just do the most insane like mind grueling challenges. Like Stardew is a game you can do whatever you want in. It's amazing. It's true, it doesn't hold your hand. Yeah, like a lot of the game, there's no like tutorial. You just kind of have to like learn. And I know there's like the lost books in the library, but does anyone actually read those? Like, honestly? Does anybody ever read like the lost books in the library that are like the tutorials? I don't. I just kind of get them while like getting treasure chests or like the artifact spots. Do we get the crystal fruit? No way. Because like that's like the tutorial is like the lost books, but nobody reads them. I for sure never read those things. I just watch like YouTube videos or like go to the wiki. I mean, even now, like I have the search look up anything mod, because even with like 1,000 hours in Stardew and doing challenge runs, I forget things all the time. There's just so much depth to this game and like so many like niche ways to play it, which is, you know, my whole channel is built off of that. So Come on. Crystal fruit. There we go. And that's the last item I need for the community center. And that is the challenge complete. But I will catch the glacier fish. I will not be bested by a fish. We are going to go to Willie's. We're going to buy all the deluxe bait I can. I will not be beaten. So let's go ahead and run up to the community center. Winter 2nd. Started beating the community center. Inventory gets deleted every day. It took me winter 2nd is how long it took me. I have like 150k. I haven't stopped making money because there's no point. So I guess what I'm hearing is I need a harder challenge next time. So I mentioned earlier in the stream, like the festivals only, which I've already started. I can show you guys that later, after probably after the I catch the fish. Grab that. Oh, the Junimo. So yeah, festivals only. If you haven't been in my other streams, I mentioned that this is a challenge I guarantee no one's ever done, because only someone like me would think of it and could do it. I want to beat Stardew Valley. I want to come to the community center, but instead of a mouse and keyboard or a controller, I want to use a Dance Dance Revolution pad. You know, you've all seen them, whether it be on like videos or at an arcade or whatever. I want to use a Dance Dance Revolution pad, play Stardew Valley, and I want to complete the community center. It'll take a long time. I'll need to make some more ad revenue, to be honest, because those things aren't cheap, and I'm gonna need like 2 of them to have enough buttons. But I think I can beat Stardew Valley. No mouse, no keyboard, no controller, purely through Dance Dance Revolution pads. But you know, I have a rule for myself. I will only spend money on YouTube that I make. So I don't want to go into like, I don't want to like do this at a deficit. So like my Photoshop subscription, stuff like that gets paid for by my ad revenue. So I'll need to make enough money to get like a webcam, because obviously there's no point in doing that kind of challenge if you guys can't see me dancing like a loser, trying to go through like going through the mines or fishing, you know, going up and down, trying to like catch the legend through like dancing. So I'll need a webcam, which I don't have a webcam. The only reason I haven't done a face reveal is because I don't have a webcam. So it's gonna take me a few videos of like ad revenue to save up for that one, but eventually I will do it. I'm gonna need 2 of them because I need more. I need like up, down, left click, right click, mouse controls. So it's gonna take me like 2 Dance Dance Revolution pads, which I'm gonna do like 1 for my left foot, 1 for my right foot. And I don't even know how I'm gonna begin coding that, but I'm assuming that if I hook it up, I can just like detect. I don't need money. We'll get a trap bobber too. Where is that? There we go. I'll get that. I'm assuming that I can just like find some way to read the controls of the pad where it goes like WASD. I can just like I can just change that into like left click, right click, move mouse. That's gonna take some experimenting. So I might code my own Stardew mods, but I am very, very bad at coding. So that's gonna take some time to figure out and save up for. I'm gonna need 2 Dance Dance Revolution pads. I'm gonna need to buy a webcam, code all of it, but eventually that will be a stream, or probably several streams. That's gonna take me a long time to do, but eventually I will do it. Everyone here, hold me to it. That is eventually going to be a goal of mine. I need to sleep for like 2 days straight because nope. 1 day stream I'm not against doing a 24-hour stream at some point, but like most of my challenge runs take me like 30-40 hours to do. Like I don't think, even if I stream for 24 hours, I don't think I could do it. I'm gonna be way less effective. Cause like how long do you think it's gonna take me to like water a field of strawberries? I'm gonna do it's gonna be such like a low productivity stream There we go. Coconut for the wife. It's gonna be such a low productivity stream. It's probably gonna be the worst I've ever. It's gonna be like not as productive as like my 60-second challenge. I don't know. And also I can't I think it'd be funny to do like I can't end stream. I love marathon streams. Like when people go, oh, I'm going to like beat Elden Ring in one stream, and they like all they do is like play Elden Ring and then go to sleep. More physically exhausting. It might be an ego thing, but I don't think me Dance Revolutioning all day will be a big deal. Maybe, but we'll see. You know, that's gonna be like I'm gonna realize how hard it is when I'm doing it. There's the last bundle complete. Physically exhausting. I just gotta, you know, you just gotta tank it. Just keep dancing. That'll be a tough stream. Also, like my room, I don't think I have enough room for that. Two dance like my like where my computer is right now. I'd have to like move my whole setup. I need room for like a webcam that has like a decent angle. Two Dance Revolution pads. That's, you know, that's like a, if I ever hit like 10,000 subscribers, if like it's or something crazy like that, how many snow days am I gonna get? I don't think you can catch the glacier fish with snow. Can you? It says yes, so I'll try it. All right, we'll try it. I'm gonna regret this, but I will try it. I'm gonna go to the community center and pick up the Dish of the Seas. There we go. Here's the cutscene. I'm probably gonna edit the glacierfish before the community center, because after I do the community center, everyone's gonna stop watching the video. So I'll probably edit this. I'll like make this out of order. But for the stream and for my own like sanity, I will do this first. But I need the fishing bonus. So yeah, challenge successful. I gotta do something harder next time. Harder than inventory gets deleted every day. Harder than 60-second challenge. Harder than spring only. Harder than every bundle. I'm just going easy on myself. What a beautiful community center. I love the art style in this game. So like I got my dad to play Stardew Valley and he was like, the game's ugly. I'm like, you're just wrong. Just because it's a pixel art does not make it ugly. I love this game. It's in my top 3 games of all time. It's number like 2 or 3. Best favorite game of all time. Yeah, I just love this game. The art style I think is great. I'm looking forward to Hana Chocolatier. I mean, I have Stardew merch. I went to the Stardew Valley concert. Like, I'm a huge Stardew fan. And then you drink some water. Agreed, it's amazing. It's one of the best games ever made, in my opinion. I don't think it's for everybody, but it's a great game. Take that, Joja. I have never done a Joja playthrough, not once. That's like one of the only like Steam achievements I don't have. I've never achieved perfection, and I've never done Joja. I know a lot of people are surprised by that because obviously I do a lot of like crazy things in Stardew. But yeah, I've never done perfection just because I don't think perfection's fun. I think perfection's just like tedious. Okay, craft every fence and like a lantern type, cook every recipe. I don't think it's difficult. I just think it's like tedious. So I've never been interested in doing it. I'll probably do it for like a video at some point, but I don't really care. And then Factor's challenge is just insane. I always do the fist fight ending. I never do the let's just talk. You gotta fight. Can you imagine if it was like the farmer in place of Pierre? Like we're like level 10 combat. We have a galaxy sword. We're in the Skull Caverns and we fight like Morris from Joja Mart. This is the only time, the one and only time Pierre is cool. I will stand by that. New DLC. I would love if there was like an ending where we could fight Morris. All right, let's get in there. All right, go. If for those of you that don't know, because I didn't know this for a bit, after you complete the community center, any unclaimed rewards go in this bag over here. Like you don't have to claim the rewards immediately, and if you don't claim them, they're not lost. So, just to see, this is the one thing I don't know. Can you claim one, or do you have to take all of them? I'm gonna take 2. We'll see. I've got 100 deluxe bait. I've got a trap bobber. We're going to catch the glacier fish. And then the challenge will be done. And then I'll show you guys some other things since I have, you know, I'm surprised how many people are here considering it's 1:30 in the morning. I don't know how many of you are like in my time zone or like in the US. No idea. But I'm surprised how many people are like chilling here for like 1:30 in the morning on a Saturday night. But I appreciate everyone for stopping in. I appreciate 11:30 p.m. here. All right, so I don't know if you're like US, Canada, or somewhere else, but you're a few hours behind me. I don't sleep very much, which like a lot of my streams are late because I'm up late, and also I'm kind of busy a lot of times during the day. So like I would love to have like a stream schedule, that way people know what time to like tune in, but my schedule is different week to week, so like I just genuinely don't know what time or how long I can stream on any given like day. Come on. Nope, don't care. I'm only here for the glacier fish. Come on. I was looking over at chat. See, I have the game sounds very like low in my headphones. So like what you guys hear and what I hear is different volumes. There we go. Glacier fish. There we go. Top, bottom. This is pretty much as big as I can like reasonably make my fishing bar without like enchantments and seafoam pudding. There we go. I got this one. First catch of the day. Boom. There we go. All 4 of these seasonal legendary fish have been caught. Go ahead and put that in the fish tank just for, you know, collection's sake. And then the challenge will be over, which means I can finally start editing it. Probably Monday, because I'm busy tomorrow. I'm playing Dungeons & Dragons tomorrow. So I won't be able to edit. I start editing Monday, and then it'll take me a few days to edit because I have like 30 hours of footage, something like that, 20 something hours of footage. And I'm very bad at editing. So go ahead, put this in here. There we go. And since it's gonna be my last day on the farm, excuse me, Haley, I'm going to the community center and I'm gonna get Haley the pink cake that I have. Sure. Thank you very much, Marnie. Let's get Haley a cake to celebrate. And then I'll show you, then I use the bathroom, and then I'll show you my other. So actually, my 60-second challenge was not supposed to be my last video. It was originally going to be, can I beat the community center only with festivals? But then I got like 10 hours into recording it and realized that's going to take forever. Like that's like a 100-hour challenge right there. I might as well take that too. So I was like, I need to get a video out. So then I did this 60-second challenge, which was hard. It was like a hard challenge, but it didn't take as long because obviously like each season or like each year is only a couple, like 3 to 5 hours, depending how much like I fish and stuff like that. So I did the 6-second challenge, and then I haven't gone back to the festival only. So we'll see. We will see. Let's go ahead and celebrate with our lovely wife. Put our trophy down, and then I'm gonna use the bathroom, and then we can just like kind of talk, chat. I'll put this down there. I'll show you the work in progress. I think it'll be the first time I ever showed it on stream. Give Haley that. We'll share it with her. and then we will go to sleep. And that will be the end. Stop recording. That will be the end of my inventory deletion challenge. I'm gonna use the bathroom in Love with the Winter outfit. I'm so happy that, like, 'cause I used to use the seasonal outfits mod, but I'm so happy that it got, like, in 1.6 that he added seasonal outfits. So I need to pee right quick, and then we will talk about some of my other challenges, some future plans, and you guys can ask me some questions about some stuff right quick. But I'll be back in like a minute, probably less than that. All right, I am back. Thank you for anyone who stuck around. Let me get situated once again. All right, so I need to make sure not to like spend a whole day in my other world, because I have my inventory deleting mod on, and that would definitely be like a challenge ender right there. So far, I have not failed a challenge. Every challenge I've completed first try so far, because I do a lot of planning for each challenge. Make sure, okay, what do I need to do? I always have like a checklist or like a spreadsheet. So that challenge took me 21 hours. Flash Farm was my 60-second one. This one was for like thumbnails and screenshots and stuff. But Festival Farm, that was this is the trying to beat the community center, but festivals only. The only things I can get from or during festivals. So like if anything was available during festivals, so it was like the Trout Derby, I could do anything in the forest, right? Or like the desert festival, I could do anything there, but only things during festivals, but anything I can accomplish, whether it be like the intent of the festival or not. Let's go ahead and boot it. I have not loaded this farm in forever. Okay. And another reason I kind of stopped this one is because like there's some like rules I wanted to kind of like discuss with chat, because I didn't know how to rule things. Am I allowed to like upgrade my house? Am I allowed to like upgrade buy a backpack upgrade? Because you can see I'm a default house, no tool upgrades, no backpack upgrade. Strawberries, obviously. I am not watering all these right now. Tony possibilities of this challenge? Yeah, absolutely. Which I've already put 10 hours into this challenge of recording that I just kind of scrapped it because it's gonna take too long. So this challenge I think is a really interesting idea. Actually, I like the challenge idea, but I never finished it because it's gonna take too long. So I haven't uploaded in 3 months, which was not planned. Here's my stats if anyone's curious. I've not even set foot in the mines because there is no festival that allows you to go into normal mines. So I'll never go there, which also means I don't have a weapon. That's a future problem though. Yeah, I was not planning on going 3 months without uploading. I've been busy. I've been working on stuff, and obviously, like, you know, real life takes priority. I see. I don't even remember what I have. Crystal fruit jelly, a bunch of bundle stuff. What? I don't remember. I don't even remember how you organize stuff. If I was gonna come back to this challenge, I would literally have to like rewatch my own like recordings. So I have a ton of money just waiting here. Wow, I'm actually pretty set in this challenge. This is a good run. I'm impressed with myself. This one's empty. So yeah, big field of strawberries, obviously, which I do water by hand. I hate basic sprinklers. I would rather just do this for like half the day than use basic sprinklers. Basic sprinklers are so expensive for how early game it is. Yeah, and by the way, like both halves of this farm are just like trees. I do remember this. Both halves of the farm here are just like trees because trees are money. Trees are foraging experience. I'm like level 8 foraging just from chopping trees. So true. So I got in my first video's comment section. I got like in a debate with somebody. They were like, "Why don't you use basic sprinklers?" And I'm like, "I just don't think they're worth it." And we had this whole like back and forth about they're actually great. And I'm like, I would rather plant 200 strawberries or potatoes or whatever, water them all by hand. One, I animation cancel, so like I can like water crops really fast. I can just like go through and like water a bunch of crops really fast, like that. I would rather do that, get to level 6 immediately, grind out a bunch of quality sprinklers, and never have to worry about it again. Doing like the Knights pattern and spending copper and iron bar for only 4 tiles is not worth it, even a little bit. Like, people may disagree, you know. My challenge runs, there's a lot of like optimization that can still be done. They're far from perfect. I rewatched it. I could have done that better, could have made more money. But I hate basic sprinklers. I would rather water hundreds of crops by hand, get to unlock quality sprinklers, and just do that. I don't care if people think it's wrong. I don't care if other people aren't like willing to water 200 crops a day by hand. I am. I do challenge runs. Don't expect me to like be sane. I love grinding in video games. Any game with like a satisfying grind. Minecraft, my favorite game of all time. I love Minecraft. I love early game Minecraft. Setting up farms, getting villagers set up, you know, getting everything ready. I love it. Stardew, early Stardew, you know, fishing, trying to make progress in the mines, getting infrastructure set up. Love it. That's why I do challenge runs. Elden Ring, another one of my top 3 favorite games of all time. I love being weak in Elden Ring. Just trying to kill the tree sentinel over and over and over again to get a bunch of runes. That's why Stardew is great. You can play however you like. Absolutely. A funny story about that, actually. So I'm fairly new to Stardew. I've been playing it for like less than 2 years, I would say. I don't remember exactly. I picked it up on the Steam winter sale for like $5. I've never been like a cozy game person. I've never like played farming simulators or the games where you can like, you know, romance the NPCs or anything like that. I've always played like other games. I like automation games like Factorio, Satisfactory, Minecraft, or like I always do like farms and stuff. Or I really like Souls likes as well. I like RPGs, but I've never really played like a game like Stardew before. But I'd heard great things about it. My sister's best friend, not a gamer, but loves Stardew. So I was like, $5, why not? Bought it over winter break, gave it a shot, loved it. But then, you know, I got really into Stardew. I set up my farm. I was trying to like optimize. I wanted to like learn what's the best crop, like gold per day ratio, and like optimize everything. And then I go back to my sister's best friend. I'm like, oh, you love Stardew. I got into Stardew. We compared our farms and they were night and day. She was a very casual gamer, played on the Switch, you know, and then mine was the exact like, it was like the exact like radius of a scarecrow was where my crops were. I had everything mapped out perfectly, and it was just so funny that like, we both loved the game, yet we played the game so completely differently. And it's great because like every time I see her, we talk about it, and we're like she hates fish ponds. I think fish ponds are amazing. Passive money or passive resources is great. But yeah, no, it's a game you can play however you like. If you want to do challenge runs, do challenge runs. If you want to speed run it like a boo, do speed runs. It's a very interesting and like nuanced category. If you want to like casually play, you want to take 5 years to a complete community center, you want to like befriend everybody, really get into like the role play and like the casualness of it, do that. I mean, it's a game where you can anything any way you want to play, you can play it, and it's great. It's true. I think a mark of a great single player game is replayability, and you can play Stardew a billion times. I mean, I have 1,000 hours in it. I have a bunch of farms that I played like just casually for fun or modded, and now I do challenge runs, and it's just amazing. Exactly, what farms show your personality more than you think? Absolutely. I mean, because especially like, what farm do you choose? So my first one, I picked the Hilltop farm. See, I would pull up my first farm, but I think my like farmer's name isn't Revan. I think it's my real name, so I don't really want to like show that yet. I might go in the save file, like my old save files, and like edit my farmer name in like the save file, and then I can show it. But yeah, like I chose the Hilltop farm. I didn't know it was like not the best farm. There wasn't that many tillable tiles. It was kind of like broken up. There weren't like great places for like buildings and big fields and stuff like that. I was like, oh, that sounds cool. And then, you know, now like this farm, I chose the Four Corners farm, and it's just, yeah, Stardew is a great game. Love Concerned Ape. Take my money. If I could pay for Honda Chocolatier right now, I would prepay immediately. Like throwing my credit card on the table. It's a great game. He is my trusted developer. I mean, how the game's a decade old, and he's already like expanded it several times over for free. No, like a lot of other games would have charged like DLC for like when the game came out, it was just community center and nothing. And now there's been more romanceable options. Like there's the whole mastery system, there's Ginger Island, there's Perfection, there's so much more to do, and it's all like free updates. It's kind of like Minecraft. Like when I first started playing Minecraft, you couldn't even sprint. Like that's how long I've been playing Minecraft. Like there were so many things that have been updated, and it's all like for the same price. You never had to pay more. So I really appreciate developers like that, and I think that's why like those kinds of like indie games stand the test of time. Is because they don't try to like money grab their community like other games. They make a game, they listen to the community, they provide like updates for free that keep the game alive, keep the community active. I mean, it's a decade in. It's like Stardew, like YouTube is amazing. I watch challenge runs all the time. Isn't Clint a romance option now? Not yet. In 1.7, the next update, he will be. Sandy and Clint will be added to romance options, which is a bit of a, you know, a bit of controversy because people don't like Clint, which I understand. He has some weird lines and definitely some weird cutscenes, like hiding in a bush and stalking Emily, or talking about what a nice guy he is. Yeah, so like I understand the reasons people don't like Clint. Sandy's a 10 out of 10. This might be a hot take. I disagree. I don't think so, because like we know nothing about Sandy. She has so little personality. I don't think she's bad by any means, but like I think she's fine. Her cutscenes are kind of like generic. I hope. So Emily and Shane were not originally romance options, but they became romance options, and it really expanded their story. So I'm hoping the same thing for Clint and Sandy. So we'll see. Sandy kind of feels like an afterthought NPC. You go up to, like, you go to the desert, she's happy, like, goes to her shop, she has a friendship with Emily, but like her, like, I don't know. I understand why people like Sandy, but my favorite is she's a desert cutie. I get it. I do think her design is like a lot of the reason like she's so like beloved by the community. But I like Haley. I am a Haley stan. I have been since I first like romanced her, my second playthrough, and I always will be. I like her character development. I like that she acknowledges she was wrong and she changes. She becomes more open-minded. Her later cutscenes, she tries to like change, get back to the community. She used to like talk poorly on like Pelican Town, and then like her later cutscenes, she's trying to like improve it and help people. And I like character development. And I think Haley has some of the best of in the entire game. All right. Been streaming for about an hour and a half now. I think the stream quality is a lot better since I stopped trying to multi-stream. My internet's just not good enough to handle 2 streams at once. I haven't gotten any like the red warnings or like dropped frames that I used to experience when I tried to multi-stream in the past. So I think until I can like upgrade my internet, I'm gonna stick to just streaming on YouTube for now. So since go ahead and I definitely don't want to spend a day in here because then my inventory gets deleted. I'm using like my my mods from that. Gotta show off a few of the cool cool Easter eggs on the where is it? There's the alien there. Where is it? It's this one. There we go. Here, this one. Like this much attention to detail just on the start screen. It's a great game. All right, go to my farms. Bundle farm, spring, screenshot, spring farm. All right. So I will leave it up to you, chat. It is currently 1:49 for me, which is at 2 a.m. I'm not like super tired. I don't have to do anything. I'm not playing D&D until like in the afternoon tomorrow. We can do some. I have some ideas I've been like just thinking about for future streams. I have kind of pulled up on like another tab. I have like Reddit threads of Stardew hot takes that we can like talk and go over. If each one do is do like a little just chatting Q and like talking back and forth section. We can end stream. The challenge is over. I won. I completed it. I will start editing it soon enough. I'm just gonna go in here. That way I'm just gonna walk around and just give me something to do. That way you guys can see some movement in Stardew. I'm just gonna go in circles around Pelican Town. I can, I don't know, like boot up Minecraft or something, and we can do some chatting for like another probably like another. The most I would stream is like another hour or so, if I'm being honest, because it is a bit late. It is like almost 2 in the morning, but not like I'm not like tired or anything. So I will leave it up to the chat. If you guys are, I won't be streaming tomorrow night because I will be I'm gonna be playing Dungeons and Dragons all day tomorrow. So I will be not on my PC. I might stream Monday, but I don't really. I'll probably be editing all day. So I'm free Monday. I'm flying Tuesday, and then so yeah. I'll be trying to get my video out soon, but I'm gonna be trying. So for my next video, I'm gonna be trying some new things, some like new editing styles. The next video is probably gonna be a bit longer. Guys, I think I cut a lot out of my videos because I don't want them to be boring. So I'm gonna be experimenting because you know it's gonna be my 4th video. I've made a few videos. I'm starting to figure things out. You know, figure out my own style, what things I like about my videos, what I don't like about my videos. So, anyone in chat? We have completed the community center. What do you guys want to see? Do you want a little bit more of like a back and forth talking? We can do, because I do have I have like a couple Reddit threads of like Stardew hot takes. I have like pinned that we can go through and like talk over. Do you want me to just end stream? Challenge is over. You got what you came for. You know, movie's over. Credits are rolling. Do we want to? Yeah, I don't really know what else I would do. I have Minecraft. I have Yo, what's up? M. Nielsen, Utah. I remember you've been in some of my past streams. It's a bit of a late stream tonight. I actually just completed the inventory delete challenge, as you can see right here. The community center is completed. We successfully beat the challenge. It took barely into winter. Sure, I'm ready to hear them, and you can end whenever you get tired. Yeah, that works for me. If you guys want, that way it's a little bit not as much like a gameplay focused thing. So the challenge is over. It's not really anything. I mean, I could like unlock skull caverns. Yeah, sure. I think the Stardew hot takes will be fun. I guess. LOL. Yeah, I mean, cause like I wanted to stream the end of the challenge. I didn't know how long it would take. I got kind of lucky on some like the forage drops and stuff. But I don't really have like another challenge set up and ready to go. I don't know what my next challenge is gonna be. I have several ideas. I'll probably stream sometime next week and let you guys get some input on that. But I literally just finished the challenge like 20 minutes ago. So let me go to the farm and then get where is it? I'll get Chrome open and we can go through some Stardew Valley hot takes. So I love this community. So the Stardew community's been very welcoming to me. But also, this is a very opinionated community. There are certain NPCs y'all love, there are certain NPCs y'all hate. This is a community with some very strong opinions. I mean, isn't there like a whole subreddit dedicated to... Have you gotten the secret notes yet? I have not gotten the secret notes yet. The challenge was just for the community center. I mean, I can literally go over to... Hold on. I can go do that just to get it out of the way. I got the Crowbus cutscene. I haven't actually gone and met him yet. But I mean, I can go ahead and hop over there. Might as well. Hop up over here. I do love Crowbus. I don't think Crowbus has any haters. Eep, you caught me. I'm sorry. Take it. Take it. It looks so valuable. I couldn't help myself. There we go. Now I have the secret notes unlocked. I keep all my like save files just in case I decide to like do perfection on any of these. Some people want me to do perfection in my like spring only challenge, which I think might be interesting, but I'm not sure how like well a like part 2 video would do. Not sure. But I keep all my mods that I make, and I keep all of the saves and like recordings and all that. I have so many like hours of like Stardew recordings. I'm gonna need to buy like a dedicated hard drive soon. Here's open 7 days a week now. My lovely wife, the best wife in the game. Go ahead and lock this in. All right, we'll go ahead and go ahead and here, go to Chrome. How do I add a scene? Not display capture, window capture, Chrome. There we go. Can you guys see Reddit here? Let me know if the scene switch worked. Yes. All right. Thank you very much. All right. Which one of these has more comments? This one has 340 comments. 6 months ago versus 2 years ago. We'll go with the more recent one. I'm gonna kind of gloss over some of like the whole town needs a therapist. I'm just gonna gloss over some of the more generic ones, like this one's kind of joking. All right, I find fishing probably the most relaxing part of the game, and I like it more than farming. What are your guys' opinions on fishing? See, I love fishing. I always fish every playthrough. The first thing I do once I get the fishing rod is fish. I think it's the best early game money maker. I enjoy the fishing mini game. The legendary fish row, since that got added, is just amazing passive money. I think once you get like artisan and everything, like a legendary fish row sells for like over 7,000 gold, like per aged row, which is just insane. I wish I can get good at it. I know it's hard. I mean, it takes some practice. I like fishing. I think it's, I don't think it's relaxing, but it is one of my favorite parts of the game. Do we have any fishing haters in the chat? Anybody? I know some people just like literally avoid it, except for like the community center. Like they hate it. I know it's kind of a polarizing things. Penny's 2-heart event helping George is some of the better NPC writing in the game and should stay the way it is. See, if for those of you who don't recall, this is when she just like pushes George out of the way to get his mail, which, you know, I don't think is the best, you know, way to handle somebody needing a little bit of help. I think there are some good intentions there. I think it's definitely a bad way to go about it. And I know it's like one of the cutscenes people cite for penny hate quite often. I want like a real hot take in Best America School. A lot of these are like, fishing's not that difficult. It is. Like, I just struggled with the glacier fish, and I'm pretty good at fishing. Oh, this is definitely a Clint take. This one, we were just talking about Clint. Clint is not that bad. There should be more aspects to his character, but honestly, he's harmless. He's a little creepy towards Emily, but in later dialogue, he just opens up and talks about getting a girlfriend online, which I think would be better for him. I can't hate Penny. Have you seen her mom? I think that's I think the whole Penny and Pam situation is well written. I think a lot of Penny's character is explained, especially like through some of the, you know, Penny cutscenes, like cleaning the trailer and stuff like that. But also, I think you're an adult. At a certain point, you need to take responsibility for like your own actions, rather than just put everything off on a parent. I think Penny's probably pretty young. I mean, I know we don't have any like canon ages for anybody, and I don't think her pushing George out of the way is like the most awful thing anybody's ever done. I think it was more of a little bit tone deaf. You know, her like wanting to help, he's in the way, moves George out of the way forcibly instead of like asking first. I think it was more ignorant than malicious. But you know, I like Penny. I've never married Penny. I don't ever intend to. She's not really like, doesn't really appeal to me in that way, but I do think she's a well-written character. And I understand why people like her, but I also understand why people don't like her. So have you ever seen her reaction to if you say you don't like children or like you don't want children, and like whatever the like picnic cutscene is in the forest, and you lose like 4 hearts with her? I think that's a little extreme for like preferential thing. Well, yeah, I don't remember. I don't remember what cutscene it is. I haven't done the Penny cutscenes in a while. Stardew Penny cutscenes. Wait, what are? Never knew that. Yeah, hold on. Let's go. Where is trailer? Enter trailer. Cindershot Forest. Is this it? Yeah, no, I can't stand kids. Minus 1,500 friendship. That is so much. That's like 8 hearts or something like that. So yeah, if yeah. She asked about like if you want to like, that's the one where it's like, oh, do you want to help like teach the kids? And if you go, no, I can't stand kids, which I think that's kind of a crazy thing to say. No, I can't stand kids. But yeah, minus 1,500 friendship. And then the immediately cutscene ends. Like none of the rest of like the talking about stuff. And then even if it's the goes like, if you could get past that one, if it's like the she asks you about like, do you want kids, or like, do you want to be a parent? If you're just like, no, you lose friendship. You're not even dating. This is 8 hearts. You are dating. So yeah, that's more understandable. But yeah, minus 1,500 friendship is insane. All right, let's see if there's another juicy hot take here. Clint. And including the community, no, Pierre is a greedy wimp, but has a good heart and cares for the people in the valley. When Jojo's gone, I like to imagine he can lower his prices again and might make a huge loss. That's actually one of like the gameplay things I think should be changed. I think if you go the Jojo route, in like Stardew Valley, Pierre and like everyone already always like talks about or complains that Jojo's running Pierre out of business because the prices are cheaper. But the prices are more expensive. They're more expensive than Pierre's. And yeah, everyone talks about how it's cheaper. I think if you take the Jojo membership, there should be a discount. I think they should be cheaper than Pierre's. Maybe just by like a little bit. If you go do the Jojo membership, because otherwise it just doesn't make sense. I think there's like one thing, it's like sunflower seeds or something like that. It's like the only thing cheaper at Jojo, but pretty much everything else. And also, I disagree with this. Pierre does not care about the people of the valley. That is evidenced by the cutscene of like the Pierre's Prime Produce, where he asks for like 25 gold quality vegetables and then tries to sell them at like a 5 times markup. If you cared about the people around you. Funny, and he offers a discount the first thing you meet him too, right? Yeah, the people always talk about discounts and Jojo's cheaper, but it's not. Jojo's more expensive, and there's no price change post like signing up for the Jojo membership either. I think the Jojo route should have some more advantages. I think crops should, or like the prices should be cheaper, because you're already spending so much money to do like the Jojo community development or whatever, like the bundle alternative's called. Hire someone to help on the farm. I don't think you should be able to hire anybody to help on the farm. It kind of goes against the point of like small town farm, you know, kind of like you're inheriting a family farm. I think the Junimos being able to harvest stuff is good enough. I never use them, but I think the Junimos is more than enough. Villagers give little gifts back. I would love that. I know there are gifts. I use that in some challenge runs of like if you're friendship with somebody, there's a chance they send you something in the mail. But you know, I like what's that mod where the farmer gets a birthday? I think that's nice. I think it'd be nice if the farmer felt more like a part of the town. Versus, even if you're max friendship with everybody, you go to the festivals and everything like that, you still feel like an outsider. You feel like you're new to town, and you're like everyone like treats you like you're new to town. Even if you're married, you got 2 kids, you're friends with everybody. It's like even like the special orders board. It's like, oh, because of the economic prosperity that your farm brings, there's been like higher than average orders. So I think it'd be nice to like have the farmer be more incorporated and like, you know, be more accepted. It's like instead of being like, oh, you're the new farmer in town, it's just like, oh, you're just a part of Stardew Valley. You're part of Pelican Town. And I don't know how it'd be tied. Like, is it a certain amount of years in, certain amount of friendship with people? I don't know, but it doesn't matter. It does always feel like no matter what you do, you're an outsider in the valley. A lot of Clint defenders in this Reddit thread. People need to lay off Clint. He's socially awkward and a bit weird, but he's not some sort of pervert. I find Emily's grim charming and not all oh, there's a lot of takes. While you provide all the food for the town, you don't even get a day. I think the farmer getting a birthday would be nice. And then what you get from like the farm, like the people around town, is based on like how good of a friendship, how good like friends you are with them. Like if they don't really know you, they just kind of give you like some random stuff. Like they'll give you like a horseradish, or you know, if you're like really good friends with somebody, like Robin might give you hardwood or like some more like useful resources. I'm not saying like a bunch of money, like prismatic shards or like ancient fruit or anything like that, but you know, like something like whatever people, I think like whatever they are good at, they will give you better and better versions of that, you know, as you get better and friends with them, rather than the, because there's like the letters. I've looked into this for Is it in this one? Yeah, friendship letters. Nope, not this one. Yeah, here it is. Repeatable letters. I've looked into this for like some certain like challenge runs. You're like, okay, I can't get items a certain way, I can get them another way. If you're like if you met them, there's a chance that they'll send you any of these items here. I've looked through these for like challenge run ideas and be like, okay, it's like fire quartz you can't get from the traveling cart, but you can get it from the wizard and some other like stuff. But these are like a set thing. I think this is a good idea. But you know, having a birthday would be nice. Or like maybe your spouse gives you something on your anniversary. That'd be kind of cool. All right. I don't know. I think Clint is a little bit more than just socially awkward. When he's like watching Emily from the bushes, that's weird. When he's like goes like bothers her at her place of work, that's weird. When he asks you to like give her stuff from him, like that's weird. So I don't think Clint ever does anything like overtly bad, but I think it's more than enough individual small things to add up to the negative like review and opinion he has in the community. Gunther is one of the many forms of Mr. Key. I wish we got some Gunther lore. I know in like Stardew Valley Expanded, they make Gunther like a character, as well as like Marlin and stuff. But I wish we knew anything about Gunther. Spring and summer need another in-town festival each. I would love more festivals, but another thing with the festivals is the more festivals you add, the more like intrusive it is to gameplay. Because like shops aren't open, you can't access certain parts of the map. So like I like festivals, but I also like at 1.6 how they added a lot of like non-intrusive festivals, like the Squid Festival, the Trout Derby, and like things like that, where if you don't want to engage with it, you don't have to. It doesn't impact you. But if you want more things to do like in the community, there's things there, and there's like benefits to doing it. So I want more of like those mini festivals. Because like the Desert Festival, I love the Desert Festival, but it also sucks. 3 days when you don't even know what shops you will be able to access, or like who will be around. I want more mini festivals, like the fishing ones, Trout Derby, Squid Fest, where there's more things going on in town that make it feel like a community without like shop shutting down and you not being able to make any progress or access like the town or the beach or the forest. I think that'd be cool. More like things like that. Gus, I'm a Gus fan. Gus is the most eligible bachelor in town. It's not even close. Gus deserves more love. He owns a business. He can cook. He's friendly. There needs to be Gus and Willie. There needs to be more Gus and Willie love. Absolutely. They are both great characters. They're great friends to everybody. I wish they would expand the upper part of the map past the train system for festivals and more story building. Huh. I don't know how I feel about there being more map added. It's like I don't disagree, but I don't think everything should have like a cutscene, like the boat to Ginger Island or the bus stop to the desert. I do like there just being like places to go, but what do we add? Like there's not really, like past the train station, we know from the perfection cutscene is just like cliffs. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's a bad idea to like just expand the map a little bit, but I don't know how he would do it. See, this is a hot take that most Stardew players don't want to acknowledge. The ultra organized ancient fruit wine, truffle farms, I'm gonna include like all the jams, wines, all that kind of stuff, are fundamentally antithetical to the spirit of the game and make the farmer no better than Joja. True. You go in to escape the whole like capitalist overlords, go away from your cubicle job, fight against Joja, support the small town, and then you're making hundreds of thousands per week in wine. You have this like whole mass automation process. You have like 3 different barns full of pigs to get truffles. You have all of Ginger Island, like this untouched island, is just now like this mass farm to produce ancient fruit for you. You become the bad guy if you go that way. If you think Jojo's the bad guy, you become the bad guy if that's how you play, which is fine. I play that way. True. Yeah, you become like everything you're fighting against, everything Stardew Valley fights against, you become if you like ultra optimize, if you turn every bit of every square inch and every decision into profit, you become Jojo. And you know what? I'm gonna continue to become Jojo because I like money and progress. It makes my brain happy. This is no. Nope. Haley's popularity baffles me. She's basic and boring. She is not basic and boring. I think she has some of the best character depth. Nope. I deleted user. We are beefing. I'm a Haley lover. Always will be. You know, I like it when she's mean to me. That might be a personal thing I need to work out in therapy. But regardless, Haley has a great arc. She starts off as like the kind of like vapid, shallow, like small town, like queen bee mean girl, and that's fine. That's not a bad starting point. But literally throughout her character arc, even like the small things like taking more responsibility over chores, which is a very small thing. Yeah, pull the Will Smith. Keep my wife's name out of your mouth. Yeah, she taking over chores a little bit more. She's a little bit more interested in like farm work and the earth. And when we go to Marnie's, and then she realizes that she's changing because we broaden her horizons. Then she's like, oh, there's nothing to do around here. I have to go to the big city to do anything. And then in her 12 or 14 heart cutscene, she literally goes out of her way to organize like a community funded thing to give back to the community, to provide for the community, the children, the people, gaining nothing for herself. Yeah, she has a great character arc. I love Haley. Wrong. We are fighting deleted user from 6 months ago. I don't know how many of you have seen the like some of the Concerned Apes interviews where he's like, yeah, I want you to be able to marry anybody, like date anybody, break up couples. I'm gonna say this: I would treat Caroline and Robin so much better than their husbands would. I wouldn't. Yeah, I could treat Robin better. You want hardwood. You want to make your inefficient but pretty beds that Demetrius goes, this is inefficient use of material. I don't care. I will give you as much hardwood as you want to make your projects. Caroline, I will make a rows and rows of tea for you. They deserve better. They have awful partners that don't appreciate them. They undermine them. Let's not even get started on Pierre's stash, whatever that is. We've had enough Clint ones. Haley's an off person. Wrong. That's funny. Yeah, I wish I had the option to turn off some of Penny's storyline and hard events. You don't want to talk to her. You get mad. There's no jail to put Pam in. I think part of the reason we all connect so much with a lot of these Stardew storylines, Stardew characters, is because every single character is flawed in some way. Everyone has baggage. Everyone has interpersonal relationships. We have Sebastian's stepdaddy issues. We have Demetrius is a whole mess. His interactions in Mario cutscenes, his interactions with Robin, his interaction with Sebastian. Pierre as a whole, George, especially if you go down like the male farmer Alex storyline, like your relationship with George is very interesting. He's flawed, but he grows. I like that the flawed characters, and they almost always learn and grow. That's part of the reason that like a lot of other like games that try to imitate Stardew just don't get it. They don't have like the care. The way he treats Sebastian, I do not like Demetrius. The way he treats Robin, undermining her passions, just talking down to her constantly. I'm like, that's not how you should treat a partner. The way he's like overprotective and controlling over Maru, I think that's weird. I think that's wrong. The way he neglects and belittles Sebastian, I think, is weird and wrong. So yeah, I don't like Demetrius because of how he treats literally his entire family. I don't hate any of the characters. I don't hate any of the characters, but I don't like Pierre. I don't think I need to elaborate. Pierre's just bad. The romance Willie, agree? Oof. Elliot is delightful as a husband. I don't know why people hate him so much. I found him actually missing him when he was on his book tour. Elliot. My least favorite of the bachelors. I think Shane is a bad bachelor because I think he's not in a place to be a husband. I think he needs like therapy and to grow as a person before he becomes a partner. But Elliot is rough. When he goes into his 4-heart cutscene, when Elliot goes into the Stardew saloon and he almost like snaps or claps at, not literally, but it comes across this way, at Gus and goes, bartender, call Gus by his name. Don't treat him like that. What is it? Gus deserves, some respect. Be nice to Gus. Why are you snapping at him and going, not like referring to him as bartender instead of just calling him Gus? I think that's rude. I think that's very telling about his character. I think where's the one where he's like, oh, I wish I could be a farmer. It's so much. Elliot. I'm on Elliot's page here. I'll get to Shane in a moment. So yeah, he talks down to Gus. Is this the one? Yeah, this one where he's like, oh, it's so hard being a writer. I wish I could be a farmer like you. It'd be so simple. Doing like manual labor every single day, going into the mines, chopping trees, breaking boulders, versus you sitting in your like shack, writing and playing piano. I know like creativity is difficult. I'm not trying to like undermine authors at all, but to like talk down, be like, oh, it'd be so much easier if I was a farmer. That's awful. So that's 2 heart cutscenes in a row where I think Elliot's rude and dismissive. Is this the? Oh yeah, his 10 heart cutscene where he goes on a boat, kisses you without warning, and then there's like, okay, that's fine, I like that. And then, or it's you like literally you're shaking in the cutscene, you're shaking, and then he's just like, the options are either, oh, this is fine, or 2, you're making me uncomfortable, stop. And then he gets mad at you for that. You lose 50-50 friendship. He gets mad at you for being uncomfortable by him making a move on you, which I think is insane. So literally these 3 cutscenes, that's why Elliot is my least favorite bachelor. He could try, but he wouldn't last a day. Absolutely not. Elliot could not last as a farmer. Yet he talks about like, oh, it'd be easier if I was a farmer, and you have to be like, oh yeah, it's just as hard to be a farmer, or yeah, come live on the farm. And then he goes, no, I need to finish my novel, which is fine. I love reading. I love creative pursuits, but don't talk down on people that do like manual labor. That's insane. So that's why Elliot's my least favorite. No, I don't really care about that one. Caroline or Abigail's the wizard's kid. I do kind of buy into the conspiracy theory that Abigail's the wizard's kid. I'm not sure how like deep into the lore or like conspiracies you guys are on that one. The purple hair, and it's like, oh, we know it's dyed. She has brown hair canonically, like originally, but then like either Caroline or Pierre says that, oh, I don't remember the last time she dyed her hair, and then like Pierre says, sometimes I doubt that Abigail's even my kid. She hangs out by the wizards, like the wizard tower randomly in the woods. I kind of do believe that one. Prose is way overrated. Get out of here. It's weird that 99% of the town is white and 50% are redheads. It is weird. Like Stardew definitely could use a little bit more of diversity. I don't think anyone's disagreeing with that one. But also, Stardew, like Concerned Ape, is white. I think he was probably a little bit overcautious about not wanting to like represent cultures that he didn't feel he could do justice to without like caricature or stereotyping. So, but no, I agree. I mean, I think everybody can just like look at the NPCs and be like, yeah, I could probably use a little bit more diversity. Emily's annoying. I don't think Emily's annoying, personally. This is one I agree with. Marnie takes the same amount. She takes 2 days off. She takes Mondays off, and then she takes Tuesdays for like the Pilates or whatever like that they do in the in like the Pierce place, like Robin, Caroline, Jody, and them do there. She takes 2 days off. It just happens not to be the weekend. It's Monday, Tuesday rather than like Saturday, Sunday. It's not that bad. And like the catalog's a cop-out. I like the catalog. I kind of think the catalog should be like late game for like all shops. You should be able to like just like leave an order and then like they'll pick it up when they can. Level cap should be higher than 10. No, I think mastery is a perfectly fine solution. I never find myself like needing more upgrades than like late game. Like once you get late game, you have iridium tools, you have full mastery, you're enchanted. Like I'm never like, oh, my tools need to be even better. Once you have like a swift iridium pickaxe, like it's fine. Once you have like the infinity gavel with like all the enchants and upgrades on it, it does way more than enough damage. I don't think the level cap needs to be higher. I don't think tools need more upgrades. I think it's fine. Return Scepter is great. I love the Return Scepter. 2 million's a lot, but honestly not really. Like once you have like full fields of like ancient fruit and you have like sheds full of kegs, it's really not, 2 million is not that much. Plus your accessories, absolutely, yeah. Demetrius as a marriage candidate, I have never heard this before in my life. Demetrius is a bad husband already. He constantly like talks down to and like undermines like his own wife. Why would you want to be treated like that? You said pick up fruit, so I bought a tomato. Well, you're wrong. A tomato is a fruit. How am I supposed to know? And then she's all excited about the 4-poster bed. And he's like, well, it's inefficient. Demetrius is bottom of the list. I'd rather marry Linus or the dwarf. Honestly, I'd rather. I'm not sure about Pierre. They're kind of tied for last place on that one. Who wants to marry Demetrius? This has 3 upvote. 3 people agree with that. I'm gonna assume they like their own post. So I'm gonna say 2. Linus would be a great husband. He might, we might have to implement like you gotta shower like at least 5 days a week, dude. You can't do like your once per year shower in the river. You get Linus. I love Linus. You gotta shower. That's crazy. Jojo Mart is a million times more satisfying and useful than the community center. I mean, if your goal is to get like end game items as quickly as possible, then sure. But I love the community center. That's why I do community center challenge runs. You're literally like, because you have to touch on every aspect of the game to do the community center. It takes multiple seasons. You have to go fishing. You have to go mining. You have to plant crops. You have to get animals. It's like every part of the game you have to progress to do community center. Versus just, I could absolutely complete the JoJo route in spring. You just fish, make a ton of money, and you're done. I mean, if you just want to get like the best gear possible and like get to like enchants in the walnut room, then sure. Can't stand Linus is crazy. I love Linus. Stardew feels wrong with that community center. I completely agree. Stardew, the community center is like literally the heart of Stardew, because like the whole point of it is to give back to the community. Like we talked to everybody about the after the community center. Everyone talks about how much better it is. Jojo Mart goes out of business. Pierre even's open 7 days a week. You get like a mail from like Lewis there, or like maybe a dialogue from Lewis about talking about people's like past like wishes are getting fulfilled. Pierre isn't as bad as people claim. You're right, he's worse. That's correct. Pierre is as bad as everybody says. I hate Marnie. Marnie's fine. I think Marnie's kind of just like simple. I don't think there's anything like overly positive or negative. I think Marnie's just fine. All right. Abigail gives this is a hot take. Isn't Abigail the most popular like bachelorette? I know people love Abigail. Not like other girls. That's a hot take. Haley's a stuck up jerk, and I don't find her later friendship scenes make her redeeming. I find her later friendship scenes to be for sure redeeming. Because she never does anything that bad. What does she do? She like insults your like shoes one time. Like, and then like she like makes she does like a charity drive for like the children without a school, and then like you're so upset that she like she called you out on your shoes, and that doesn't redeem her. Everyone loves her. Yeah, Abigail. People love Abigail. My first marriage was to Abigail, and then Haley, and then always Haley. Okay. I do agree Maru's pretty boring. I don't really have strong feelings on Maru. I think she's fine. I think her cutscenes are like weird. Like the first one with Demetrius is weird. It's two hearts. Like we barely know each other. Like we're like not even like friends. And then the whole robot thing is crazy. So yeah, I don't really have like a solid stance on Maru. Shane, I think, is a better like friend than like a romanceable NPC. I don't think he's like a great romance option. Sebastian's an immature loser. I don't think he's an immature loser. I think he's like probably like an early 20s kid that's like doing like freelance coding and wants to like move out of his like parents' basement. I think he's pretty accurate to like that character. I like fishing, yeah. Gold Cavern's too easy. Gold Caverns isn't hard, but also here's a hot take. Stardew isn't a hard game. It's not supposed to be a hard game. That's why there's so many like options to like make things easier. There's perfection vouchers. There's the JoJo route. There's a million buffs and items and the ways to make everything easier. Like if you get an enchanted fishing rod with deluxe bait, a trap bobber, or like the cork bobber, plus like a like seafoam pudding, the fish practically catch themselves. Stardew is not a hard game. It's not supposed to be a hard game. You can make it harder on yourself, but also you can make it super easy on yourself. Okay. More Clint. It's not big enough. Yeah, we were talking about that earlier. I'm not against like a true like not like another like zone like the desert or Ginger Island, but a map expansion, I'm not against that at all. I just don't know exactly what it would be. So if we expanded the valley, one, where would you expand it? And two, what would be there? I don't know. I know people are gonna cite like Stardew Valley Expanded or Ridgeside. Hot take, they don't feel like Stardew to me. I think they're great mods. I've never played them like any of them in depth. I've watched like videos or streamed people playing them. They definitely feel like third-party content. They do not feel like Stardew. So I wouldn't want anything like those mods. So I don't know what a more like a bigger zone in Stardew would do. Least cozy game. Cozy game. I will do that. Stardew is like the quintessential cozy game. It is like when you think cozy game or someone says cozy game, Stardew Valley is like the benchmark. But honestly, when I was first learning how to play, there are times where I was stressed out. You know, you're in Skull Caverns, or you're in the mines, or you're trying to catch the glacier fish or a legend fish. It's a stressful game. It doesn't have to be. True, it's not hard. It's people willing to learn the game. Absolutely. Stardew's biggest strength and weakness is that it was created by one person. While being a solo project, it allowed CA to control the overall quality and scope of the game. It also means he is solely responsible for its writing perspectives within it. A lot of dialogue changes came about over time, largely because he reacted to fan reactions, but I wonder if things have been different. He had a small team of writers on board from the start. Different perspectives aren't a bad thing. That's what I was bringing up when it was like the Stardew could use more diversity. Trying not to get exhausted and walk home some, absolutely, especially early game with like the managing energy while still trying to do things every day, or like figuring out like once you do get exhausted for the first time always sucks, walking really slow back home. But yeah, that's what we're talking about. Like the Stardew uses the more diversity, and I think the reason a lot of characters are white is because CA is white. I don't think more diversity would be a bad thing. I think it would only like add to the valley's like richness. But I think especially early on is his first like game that he didn't want to characterize or like stereotype for the sake of doing so. So he wrote from a lot of like personal experience or like people and situations he'd seen throughout his life, which is why it's not as broad, because he grew up in like the Pacific Northwest of the US, which is why Stardew is set there. Even in interviews, they'd be like, certain people or certain NPCs are based on certain like people or experiences throughout his life. So yeah, I agree. I agree with this one. So much combat for a farming game. I mean, I don't really agree with that, because like you can just buy, ores are pretty cheap. If you don't want to ever go in the caves, you don't have to. Pretty much, because like the only thing I would say is like the crystals. Like if you want to make like mayonnaise machines, earth crystals and stuff like that. But like all the ores and stone and stuff you can just buy, and it's pretty cheap. So it's not like you have to do that. Clint. I don't want to get into that one. Don't like Shane. Sebastian's loser child. I think there's less evidence for Sebastian than Abigail. Clint again. Social aspect of the game is super overrated. It's basically just 20 different spots to drop various items into, and eventually you get a one-time cutscene and an item in the mail. Your hearts don't even affect their dialogue, do you? Yeah, as this person says, that's just incorrect. Also, I don't think that every person needs like 300 different dialogues, but like there's people react. Like if you ever talk to Alex after you caught the legend, have you ever talked to like Willie after catching fish? Have you ever like or like you talk to Sebastian after you go down to the mines, Abigail after you go down to the mines, beating some of the video games. Stardew kind of straddles a lot of lines. It's a farming sim, but the farming's not like super in depth. There's mining and combat, but that's not super in depth. There's like role play and socialization and romance options, but it's not like The Sims. So I think it straddles a lot of lines, and I think it does it very well, but not obviously to the depth if it was dedicated to any one of those things. Shane is an alcoholic. He passed out drunk, surrounded by bottles on the edge of a cliff. Shane is an alcoholic. Fishing, Clint. Cozy vibes. We talked about Cozy, Clint, Shane. A lot of these are the same things. A lot of people have the same quote unquote hot takes. Yeah, money making is actually easy in Stardew. You should be able to date anyone that isn't a kid. It's so disappointing you couldn't go after the moms. Facts. Let us date Caroline, Jody, Robin. Hell, let's throw Marnie in there too. Pam, everybody. We should be able to just, you know, win over everybody. Pierre's lovely, absolutely not. Juno Macart is easy is an insane thing to say. Juno Macart is rough. I don't even know what my Juno Macart high score is. It's not high. I don't think I've ever beaten Juno Macart. What's this one? Stardew Valley as a whole is overhyped. Don't get me wrong, it's another game. Crystal Dragon, Jesus, everyone else does. I disagree. I don't think Stardew is overhyped at all. I think once you get, because like, isn't Stardew like the 8th most popular like sold game of all time? Imagine a cutscene where we have an intervention for Shane. Don't we? Isn't there like a time where we go to like Marnie's and she's like, I can't wake him up, and we pour like our watering can on his head, and he goes, and then he's like, I don't want to be. He says like something like vaguely suicidal, and then like Jazz starts crying, and that prompts him to get help. I'm pretty sure this is a cutscene. I think there is like a low-key intervention, and then he gets help and goes to therapy. Barney's Ranch. Nope, I think it's before this one. Or where's the enter Marnie's Ranch? Yeah. Shane's passed out in his room, starting to empty beer cans, asking you to do something. He's a water can and break him up. All he does is mope around, drink beer, plans the future. Says he hopes he won't be around long enough to need a plan. Jazz overhears it, runaways crying. Marnie follows her while Shane falls to the ground and crying while apologizing. I'm sorry. And then he ends up going to like get therapy and starts doing better. After this cutscene, Shane's not an alcoholic. Look at this. And then look, yeah, he's doing better. He's feeling happier. Selling beer, says he's not drinking anymore. So yeah, there is an intervention. I never talked to Shane enough. Shane's a jerk, but I can't hate him. I think it's okay to have like jerk characters. I don't think everybody, like, people talk about Haley being mean early on, and I don't think she says anything that rude, and especially compared to like what she ends up doing later in the story. I think Haley's fine. If you're mad at Haley after seeing like her like later cutscenes, it's fine. Shane's a jerk, yeah, but he's also like an alcoholic working like a shelf stocking job at Joja Mart, and then living with his aunt. Like I understand he's going through some things mentally, and then he does really open up to you as his cutscenes go on, which is why I think he's a better like befriending NPC than like a romanceable NPC. Dwarf is pointless. I disagree, because I don't think everybody doesn't have to have a point. I don't think there has to be a point to every NPC. Is there a point to like Sebastian? Wizard and Forest Magic could be removed and change nothing. Where was it? Here's lovely. Juno Macart's who was it? Overhyped. Wizard of Fortune can be removed. No, because I love that like world building of, it's like a fantasy world that evolved into modern times. So like the people here know about monsters. They know there's a wizard in the forest there, but it's like it's also been like kind of just like suppressed, like paved over, where like modern world has like taken over and kind of been built on top of it. But it kind of opens it up for a lot of the skull caverns, mines, a lot of other things that kind of go on, a lot of the obelisks, the totems, the return scepter, a lot of stuff like that. So yeah, I think they're removing the wizard and forest magic and a lot of the fantasy elements would just make the game like worse. Probus is, I just don't think they like anybody. Probus, wizard, dwarf, I don't think they like anybody outside of like romanceable NPCs. Doge is better than the community center. No. The only argument there would be like Sam and Shane have jobs there, so like providing jobs for the community, I can understand. But also once like the community center is gone, they put in a movie theater, and like there's jobs there too. So I don't really. There should be a drop box. I wish there was more to Gunther. because he's so interesting. He's such an interesting character design. And then like anytime you interact with him, he knows a lot about the valley. Abigail's lame bait. Not like other girls cliche. I think she's kind of just like an edgy, like 19-year-old. Yeah, I think those are all kind of like lame. Keep clicking on people. I don't want to click on random Reddit accounts. Okay, no. Ruined indie farming games because now everyone expects to never pay for a DLC. And the game should be updated after release like live service game. Absolutely destroyed any games being done or released having paid DLC. I hard disagree with this one. I think if you're trying to like compare yourself or any other game to Stardew, that's your fault. I don't think that Stardew did it. I think you can't criticize a game for doing something positive and then like its effect on the industry. I mean, a bunch of games come out like Baldur's Gate. When Baldur's Gate came out, a lot of like industry people came out and was like, oh, this is ridiculous, it's bad for the industry to release this because now everyone will be expecting this for a $60 game. Ruined indie farming games, just do something different, and if people like it, they'll play it. I don't really think Stardew ruined anything. Deleted by user and deleted by user. All right, ladies, gentlemen, others. I've been streaming for about 2.5 hours now. It is 2:45 in the morning. So I'm going to end here. The stream, we did complete the inventory delete challenge. We completed that, finished the community center, caught the legendary fish, minus some mutant carp because I didn't unlock the sewers. This is my first time catching your stream and it was fun. Thanks for streaming. I'm still new to streaming. I don't think I'm a great streamer. I'm still practicing, getting used to it. I've only done a couple streams here and there. But I'm working on it, so I appreciate you sticking around. Lazy Tunes, yeah, I mean, you're one of 2 people that chatted, and you're the only person that chatted for the majority of the stream, so the stream was only good because you engaged with it. So I appreciate you. I appreciate anyone that was in the chat lurking as well. And I'll be streaming next week. Absolutely, and I'll be starting Monday. I'm going to start editing the Stardew Valley, but my inventory gets deleted every day challenge, and hopefully getting that out in the next week or so, depending on how long it takes me to edit. So I appreciate everybody for stopping by. I do want to keep streaming, like not right now, obviously, because it's almost 3 in the morning, but expect more streams. As of right now, I'm only going to be streaming on YouTube. I'd love to multi-stream, because I do prefer streaming on Twitch, but my internet can't handle multi-stream right now. So it kind of is what it is. If I can find, I am shopping around to see if I can get some like a cheaper internet and like an upgrade upload speed. And if I can, I'll go back to multi-streaming. But this stream had much better quality and no like lagging compared to my previous streams. So I'm looking into that. And other than that, thank you very much for stopping by, everyone. I really enjoyed it. Special thanks to Lazy Tunes Doodles for keeping the chat interesting and engaging and replying to everything. I really appreciate you stopping by and hope to see you in another stream. Till next time, see you guys later.